We're in Melbourne, in case anybody can't tell from the city skyline behind us. More specifically, we're at Melbourne University. This is my place of work at the moment. Probably going to change sometime soon. But for now, this is where I am. I wanted to start a discussion on what the future of academia looks like, and more specifically, what the future of academia looks like if you approach academia from an artistic perspective. This is not something that industrial academia necessarily wants you to do. We are here to be mathematicians. We need to get results. We need to publish papers. We need to connect our results to industry, yada yada. It's not the approach that I've ever taken to mathematics. It's not the approach I've ever taken to academia. Indeed, crafting a paper to me is a very similar process to crafting an album. I'm trying to create authentically when I do that. I'm trying to put focus on the beauty of the mathematics in the same way that you might focus on the beauty of the music. I try to serve the gods of mathematics in the same way that I try to serve the gods of music whilst I create in the two respective fields. It raises an interesting question on what the future of this looks like. We have more and more powerful artificial intelligence systems being created every single day. It seems as though experts in the field now believe that we're single-digit years away from AGI, that's artificial general intelligence, and pretty rapidly after that will be ASI, which is artificial super intelligence. What's going to be left? I think it's pretty clear that we're heading toward a future where there will be a non-ironic celebration of humanity. I think that these sub-communities inside bars and pubs and venue halls are going to be celebrating the fact that everybody there is a human, that you can have a raw human experience with humans next to you. I think that the people on stage are also going to be celebrated for their humanistic nature. I think that this whole concern around, auto-tune and fake live performances is only going to get worse and worse, and people are going to get more and more patriotic to the human race, so to speak. I can't stand the sound of anything, man. A lawnmower, an aeroplane, a helicopter, a motorcycle. Oh my god, a motorcycle with a noise enhancer on it. Getting back to my point, I think that the celebration of the human is going to have to become part of what academia looks like. So I want to start incorporating, I don't know, let's call them artisan public lectures into the Obdurate canon. I don't really know how to do that perfectly at the moment. I think that these reels or these videos where I can start discussions are a good starting point for that, but hopefully this can become a thing where through communication with me and the Obdurate audience, we can start forming some kind of idea for what the future of performance looks like, the future of academia, and also the future of humans in the interaction with the arts. A lot of people don't like artificial intelligence, especially people inside the arts. But, this technology is not going to go away. And if you look back in history, you see that those who rejected the modern technological advancements, they were generally wrong to do that. I really believe that there is going to be some fantastic artwork in the future which critically utilizes artificial intelligence inside its development in some way. And there will be one and exactly one artist on the planet who scores big time off that in terms of finance, but also in terms of artistic beauty. It's just inevitable, right? There is this great new tool. A lot of people despise it. A lot of people are trying to use it in order to gain economic wealth, and no one really knows what it is. We're kind of in that state that YouTube was in back when it was first invented. That was before the concept of YouTube existed before YouTubers existed. You see what I mean? So before people were able to profit off it, the potential to profit off it was there. So we're kind of in that position with AI at the moment. People hate it when artists use AI, but I think there's a caveat here. If you're just putting prompts into AI engines and then you're getting art out of it and then you're putting it forward as your own, then obviously that's the wrong answer. That's not how artists are meant to be using AI in the future. But some kind of AI incorporation, especially when we do get AGI and ASI, is just clearly inevitable. That clearly has to be what the future has as part of it, some way, somehow. You're just not going to succeed if you try to boycott this thing, because there only needs to be one person who uses it in a way that people actually like, and then that person wins, no matter how many people are trying to boycott it, right? I don't know, man. It's tough. We live in a state of change, that's clear, and I want to see the opportunity in that. A lot of people are seeing the fear inside that, and I'm somewhere in the middle. So let's talk about it. Let's work it out. Let's obdurate it.
And comment down below whether you want obdurate lectures.
Comment down below if the idea of obdurate style lectures are interesting to you. I don't want you to think that these lectures are going to be me just educating you. I want them to be places of discussion. I want them to be places of generation of ideas. But I also mean it. I think there is a lot to talk about at the moment. And I think that there are two different worlds of mine that are really colliding in a way that something explosive is coming out of it. So let's talk about that. If that sounds cool, let me know. Tell me what you want to hear me talk about. Tell me what discussions you want to be part of. Tell me what you want to know. I'm even willing to do some research in preparation for these lectures. So if there's a particular topic, hit your brother up. Good?